What's up, guys? It's KingDaddyDMAC, and welcome back to another episode of Minecraft. So, as promised, today we are going to look into making an NPC, non-playable character, marketplace. Now, this isn't going to really be of any use until the new update 1.3 comes out. However, I'd like to get to testing on it and try and hopefully figure out some type of good solution for building it by the time 1.3 does come out. So we're going to start and really kind of in the testing process that we'll do together. Normally I do that type of thing in creative mode myself, but you know, it's something new. I want to get your input on things and kind of see what you guys think about it, if you have any suggestions or anything like that. But I think it should be fun. I have a couple of ideas. Now recently, I guess in the new snapshot, from what people have told me, I don't really pay too much attention to the snapshots until they're actually released. And that's mostly just due to I don't like it when, you know, things get changed. And I don't want to get my hopes up about things before they actually happen. But let's get a little bit of food and grab some redstone. And let's see, I rearranged. I finally brought over a whole bunch of stuff and moved around where a lot of my things were in chests. But I won't waste any time with that. Anyway, let's head over to our little village. I wanted to make a quick pit stop over here by our new Moo Tower and sort of answer a bunch of people are asking questions about, is the fact that I have all of these cows here and will be breeding, will it affect the efficiency of our hostile mob system? And it's a good question, definitely. I wanted to explain for a second how mob spawning works, not in super great detail, but hostile mobs and passive mobs do not, they're counted as sort of separate entities. They have different spawning caps, and the amount of passive mobs will not affect the amount of hostile mobs that come out. I think the passive mobs, it's somewhere around like 15 or 16, something like that, for the maximum of spawning. Their spawning's really weird now. I lean more towards the fact that they really don't spawn. It's just when you go into new chunks, that's like, I think pretty much how they spawn there. I'm not sure if in a already discovered chunk if they can spawn, but I'm gonna lean towards saying no, and lean towards saying you're probably not gonna really get any new spawns per se. Whereas with hostile mobs, the cap, they say, is around 79 in single player. So at any given time within, I think, 144 blocks, although after 128 blocks, they'll immediately despawn. At least that's what I understand how that works. But anyway, within the 144 blocks, they're able to get up to around 79, I believe, is the cap. So the number of cows that I have here, since they're passive mobs, is not going to affect the mob spawning of the hostile mobs in our mob system whatsoever. So being so close really doesn't matter. But anyway, let's head over to the NPC village and get going on things. Alright, here we are, coming out of our newly made portal. So very cool. And I've noticed the populations, although they're still pretty high, have been dwindling down. So I think I definitely want to expand this more. I haven't worked on this in quite a while. But the population I took out, I had a whole bunch of doors buried under the ground at one point to help the population really explode. But I took all those out, and it's slowly, I'm getting zombie siege here and there, and it is slowly decreasing. Plus, we're getting all these guys stuck up here and up there. But, is that an Enderman? You punk ass, get out of here. That's awesome. Anyway, I think that I want to bury a whole bunch of doors again to mimic houses so that we can start getting our population up, and we will start to build our some prototypes of the marketplace right in this area. It's freaking awesome. How now, brown cow? Alright, so yeah, I guess I'll bury a whole bunch of doors around in here, and then we'll get going on some of the designs. Wow, and I'm already seeing some little ones running around. I don't know why, because I didn't make these houses yet. They still need to get a roof. But as you may remember, back when I did some of the breeding tests for these guys, you need to have, I think it was 3, if I remember right, 3 doors roughly per villager to breed. Something like that. I'll have to go back and look exactly. But to make a house, all you need is a door. And then on top of that door, there needs to be a solid block. Just like that. So that would be, I believe, 2 additional houses. And then on top of that, where the roof is for it, there cannot be any other solid blocks. You could use a glass block on top of it, but no other solid blocks. It has to be able to be exposed to the sun directly. So just by doing this, it should make a whole bunch of new houses. I didn't count exactly how many doors, but I used, I think, an entire double chest full, or just shy of that, but that should be good. And we should start seeing these guys getting their little lovey hearts and whatnot. And I think the doors will affect villagers within a 30 block radius. And if they're within 30 blocks, they'll start to get excited from the doors. And then anything beyond that, I don't think they're able to recognize that there's a house. Alright, well the village is really coming to life. Got a crap load of new villagers already, but it's kind of a mistake. I probably should have waited to add the doors until later, because I am starting to get some pretty crazy lag, which I completely forgot about. Happens, of course, when you're close to a village. Wow, I absolutely despise that I have to record on a laptop. It is so horrible. My computer constantly overheats, and I just lost everything that I was just working on. So not a big deal. At least I backed up the world, the last world download I haven't really worked on very much since then, but still an annoyance. I forgot about the fact how much NPC characters, when going through a breeding frenzy, can lag out your computer. And my computer can run Minecraft fine without being that laggy, but it's just being a laptop overheats. And I mean, I already have 2 dual fan chill pads, which is obnoxious as, you know, already. So just having to deal with that is quite an annoyance. I don't know what I'm going to do, because I can't, I need to record on a desktop, and I can't afford it. They are quite expensive. So I don't know what I'm going to do, but a lot of people have been asking, you know, what's up with your quality? It's HD, but it's like kind of crappy HD and so forth. And part of that's because my computer cannot handle recording in Fraps full screen. So I mean, it can handle it, but it can't, you know, the computer overheats. So I have to record in a smaller screen. I generally have to play with particles off. As you can see too, I'm playing on normal distance instead of far distance. And then when it comes to rendering too, that can cause issues. So it's kind of a pain in the ass. But I'll have to figure something out, some way to come up with money to get a desktop. It's also, you know, it takes longer to to do things on it, so it takes me longer to render videos. Each video takes me, I don't know, a good long while to render. I'd say a couple hours, and then to upload's another couple hours. And yeah, I know I have long-ass videos, but I also have issues with video editing and so forth, so I don't know. I need to get a desktop, and I need to figure out a way to come up with money for it. Anyway, I'll sort of show you what I'm doing over here. Instead, to begin with, what my plans are, and then I'll do it off camera. But anyway, so we have to come up with a good little way to make a shop, but be able to also renew the shop with new NPCs every time they're trading. I think it's, I don't know if I said this before everything crapped out of me or not, but I think 16 is the max trades. So we have to find out an easy way to renew it. Now, this is kind of what I came up with, and this is just, I'm starting off with the simplest possible way of doing it. Because if you can get away with doing it simple, it's the way to go. And if it doesn't work, then we'll have to move on to more and more complicated ways of doing it. But let's see how this works out first. So this is mimicking the ground. And we want to get a setup where we can get NPCs to go into our little area, land on the pressure plate. And this right here is just inverting the signal. And then have a door close off on the top. A piston little trapdoor thing. Just like this. And then let's see. There's those pistons. And there'll be a piston on the top of each one. And then I inverted the signal. And when they land on their little area, the piston will go out and then it will cover them. Now I'm going to end up using glass, but since I'm going to just break this down, I don't want to do that yet. When I do the actual version, I'll add in the glass. So on all these, it looks like it's working well. And then we will trap them in. Let's see. So then we'll do something probably like that. And then like that. Cool. And yeah, so that looks pretty good. And then I'll probably have, I need a crafting table for this guy. Need to get two things. One is slabs, and then the other one is stairs. Boom, 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 boom. Alright, that's enough. That's enough. Alright, now where the hell did they go? Where are the slabs? There we go. Alright, so I think I'll probably do then slabs like that. And then on the top here we will do, let's see. Oh, I hate how you have to place the upside down stairs. So annoying. Alright, so let's get, yeah. Let's get a little thing going for this, so that we can place those half stairs. Let's see. I think this is right. We shall see. Alright. I think that's where I wanted it. Now, where are the stairs? Okay, then I think I can place... Crap, did I not do that how I wanted it? Nope, gotta go, I think, one more out. and then this, like that, and like that. I think that's what I wanted. So let's see how this looks. And then throw these guys. No. Nope, 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 nope. Where are the half slabs? Okay. And right there. Let me put you back, and we will close this off over here. So something along these lines is what I want it to look like. And yeah, this will be the ground mimicking the ground, so that will end up looking fine. And what did I do over there? Okay, so I think it will end up looking something similar to this. And yeah. And then stairs here, here, here. Awesome. So that's what one of our marketplaces will end up looking like. And going in from the top, let me just jump back up there. All this can get knocked out. Alright, good. And you see we have the reloading area right here. This would normally be glass, and whenever we get sick of the NPC, we kill them. Goes in, another one's loaded, and they're stuck in this little trading area. And when they then die or get moved, I haven't decided yet how we're going to do that, but it will open back up and another one can load in. So I'm going to do something like this, and very simple, pretty resource friendly, something similar to this, and I will meet you back. Alright, so good so far. Again, this is a prototype, but this is more or less what it's looking like. I kind of not liking the location I put it, but I probably will expand this and then have to chop out a whole bunch of this area to this little mountain here, and we're getting pretty low on our shovel. But I think for the most part it's looking good. I do like the pattern that I have going on here. I still might do something in there in the corners to make it look a little different, maybe. I don't know. Anyway, again, this is mainly just for testing. I put this here, this will go away, but this is just so that we can get up here. And this is where the loading areas are. So kind of what my thought is, and how do I get guys into this? I could have used mine carts or all sorts of other stuff, but then that causes a lot of other hassles. So again, our whole philosophy behind this is the easiest way is the simplest way is going to be the best way. So what would be the simplest way? Well, if you noticed how they go in the houses and they climb up and reload, why don't we turn the top of this into a little area kind of like that? I'm gonna want to get some, let's see, how should we do this? I could actually just use this over here as the loading area for now for our tests. So let's see how that would work. Now I know there's probably going to be some duplicates as far as guys wanting to go in, but I don't think it should be that big of a deal. We'll figure out a fix for that later. Let's see. Alright, so I'm going to play around with this. I got to get some fences, but I'll build a loading area. So I will be right back. Alright, I'm excited to try this out. I was a little concerned. I didn't know fences would go on top of pistons, but I guess since a fence can float in the air, there's no it should be able to go on every block. In fact, I wonder, yeah, it could even go on glass, so I don't know what I was thinking. We did trap one already just from climbing up, so that's cool. But let's see how this works out. I'm going to break the fences, and we are going to get a rush. Awesome. And they didn't just all fly into those first two ones. I was a little worried about that. There we go. Nice. This is freaking sweet. Alright. They're going to all go nuts now. So I'm going to come down here. Ooh, and we should get this lit up. Actually, the pumpkins might supply enough light to go up here anyway. But just in case, I'm going to walk around the sides like this and put a few torches. Sweet. So we're catching quite a few. Let's head down to the bottom and see what it's looking like. Awesome. Got another one? Oh, two got in there. So we'll have to kill off one of them. Awesome. Now, once I have to put in, like I said, because my computer crashed and I didn't want to worry about if anything, the world was messed up, I just went back to an old world save. How in the hell did you get out there? Huh. Anyway, all the doors are gone, so now is when I probably put them back in. And as the breeding got higher, none of these guys would be able to breed that are in here because they have to be physically touching. Even if you just had glass in between them or iron bars, they still wouldn't be able to breed. They have to be able to pretty much touch each other, unlike the animals. Excuse me. But yeah, I think this will be pretty cool. So I am just going to sort of let this go for a little while. I'm hoping also that zombie sieges won't really affect them since there's no doors in this little market system. You know, all the zombies, if they were going to attack, they'd attack down here. So I think I'm going to reinsert the doors now. Hopefully, pray to God that nothing crashes. And we'll see how they do as far as getting their numbers up. Alright, got all the doors placed again, and in case you don't understand why I'm placing them underground, it's just so that they can hide away, from all the NPC villagers, the testificates, so that they're not constantly opening, closing, which is really obnoxious when you have a slew of doors like this. Second off, it's to hopefully avoid zombie sieges. I do have enough lighting down there, and zombie sieges can happen even when there's more light than what a hostile mob can normally spawn in. They can spawn at, I think, any light level if they're in a siege. But and even on probably on half slabs or glass, I've had them spawn like everywhere. It doesn't matter. But in any case, this is looking pretty good. Going through, only got one in each of those. This one still needs to go off. We need somebody to fall in there. Got two of them in here. Oh, shit, shit! No! 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 Holy crap! Holy shit! Oh! That sucks. Oh, and here I am at spawn. Alright, well, let's get back over there. I completely forgot about that. That is going to put a twist in my plans. Oh my goodness, so that is not good at all. Because originally, I was thinking of all my stuff's over here. Because I died actually from throwing the ender pearl. He hit me just enough to get me down. Oh, that son of a gun. I think that's everything. Am I missing anything? Nothing important. Alright. So originally what my plan was, after testing this, was to change things so that when the testificates fell down, it would bring them down to a one-hit kill. And I'd be able to kill them off just by hitting them. Now, I completely forgot that the iron golems will attack you if you hit any of the villagers. So what I'll probably have to do is fence this in a little bit away from the village, or at least so that none of the iron golems can get to me. And we can probably still do that. And the other thing that I could do is have some type of piston system to bring down, you know, so that they can get out just like this. And they can walk out. But we kind of want them to die, because once they've lost any good trait, once they've lost their, you know, any good trading items, we don't want them to go climb up the ladder again and refill this. So we got to kill them. Now, unfortunately, because there's a pressure plate there, it would be nice if we could just pull out the block and have them fall into lava or something. But because there's a pressure plate, if that block moves, the pressure plate is gone. Now, possibly, once they add in tripwires, I'm not exactly sure how tripwires work yet since I haven't used them. But there might be a way to have it so that the tripwire would kind of be, you know, work as the pressure plate, if that's how they work. So that when they fell down, they'd activate the tripwire, and then the glass piece would cover up, and then we could have another piston underneath and a little button, press it, they fall down, and yeah, to their death. But I thought the whole hitting thing was a lot simpler, and we'd be able to do that now. So it's not a big deal. I'll just fence this in like this, and then no golems can get to it. And make sure that they're far enough away that no golems can spawn here. Anywho, this is, I think, gonna about conclude what we're gonna do on the NPC village thus far. Like I said, I'll probably knock out these houses and build a similar system for them to climb up in a ladder to this. And ideally raise this up high enough so that when they come down, they're just by your hand a one-hit kill. And that's how you will refresh it, have a new thing open up, and a new guy go in. But I think it should work, and it's fairly simple. And then, of course, to make it look better, I'll play around with how it looks. This was just to throw in because this is the space that I had. But anyway, guys, thanks for watching. I do want to talk a little bit more about replying to some people's comments, and I think the rest of the video I'm going to spend doing that. But if you don't care to listen, thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys all back in a minute.